The Denver Broncos have announced a recent roster change leading up to the 11th week of play. The organization has opted to release defensive back Keidron Smith from the active roster. This season, Smith has contributed in 8 games, participating in nearly half of the team's special teams plays in those appearances. He has been credited with 6 tackles thus far, but did not participate in games during the 6th and 10th weeks of the season. With his release, Denver currently has an available slot on its roster, though no replacement has been named at this time. The Broncos' recent matchup concluded with a narrow defeat to the Kansas City Chiefs, ending in a blocked field goal, which led to a final score in favor of the Chiefs. Much discussion has followed concerning the specifics of this blocked field goal, with offensive lineman Alex Forsyth facing scrutiny. The Chiefs observed a potential vulnerability in Forsyth's stance, noting he may have appeared susceptible to a certain type of defensive maneuver. Following the game, analysts noted that Forsyth was brought down on multiple field goal attempts, raising concerns about his role in the team's protection efforts. However, 2 former Denver players, Tyler Columbus, an offensive lineman, and Joel Dreesen, a former tight end, expressed support for Forsyth through social media. Columbus highlighted that it is not unusual for players in Forsyth's position to be knocked back under the pressure of field goal blocking, as the task requires taking on multiple defenders simultaneously. He mentioned that while some clips of Forsyth's performance appear challenging, they do align with typical situations for his role. The nature of Forsyth's falling technique has been pointed out as a possible factor that facilitated the Chiefs' rush, as he went down quickly rather than gradually, which might have allowed defenders to leap over him effectively. Although Forsyth himself acknowledged a need to strengthen his position, the widespread critique might be exaggerated. Head coach Sean Payton also defended Forsyth's efforts, emphasizing that this was a shared responsibility among coaches and the team. Payton mentioned that the coaching staff would continue to evaluate if players in similar roles possess the necessary stature and strength to hold their ground under similar circumstances. As the Broncos look ahead to their upcoming game against the Atlanta Falcons, questions remain as to whether Forsyth will retain his role in field goal protection, and, if so, whether adjustments in strategy or technique will prove successful. The answers will become clear in the Broncos' next game this Sunday.